Hello. I hope you are having a wonderful middle of the week, aka hump day. Sorry about not notifying you guys. I have been extremely under the weather, and you can probably tell whether it's hearing my voice or just seeing the tiredness. I'm looking at myself and seeing the tiredness. Hi, Teresa. And I had moved it from Monday because I was really not feeling it on Monday, and I moved it to tonight, and I was like, wasn't really sure before dinner how I was going to feel. But I got some soup in me, some hot soup, and so things are breaking up a little bit maybe. So hopefully I won't have a coughing fit. So, oh, thank you, Teresa. Thank you. I appreciate it. So how's everybody doing? How is your week going? Although I have been under the weather, it's been a very busy week. I've tried to rearrange things as much as possible to take care of me, and I usually just keep trudging forward. But I didn't do that this time. I moved meetings around and things, and left work and came home and listened to my body, and still trying to do that because I'm obviously not 100%. But it's a head cold. So they tested me for everything under the sun, and everything's negative. It's just a change of the weather, 5th week into the semester. It's funny because I look back at my memories on Facebook, and about this time every single fall, this. So here we are, but that's all right. I'm taking care of me, which is what I need to do. So hello, Sherry, welcome. If you're here, say hello. I love chatting with you guys. Since I didn't get a chance, oh y'all, my Hummers are still here. I was really worried. Sorry, squirrel. I was really worried because the weather has gotten cooler in the mornings, even though it's warm in the afternoon. And I was afraid my Hummers had already left to go south, and they're still here. So I'm excited. So what I wanted to talk about, since I didn't get a chance to talk about it on Monday, is my Monday mantra. So this would be a midweek mantra reminder. The mantra this week was stay where your presence matters. And I would venture to say that most of us, if not all of us, have stayed in some place longer than we probably should have, whether that be in a relationship or in a job or in a friendship or numerous other things, whether that be out of feeling like we're obligated or out of respect for what we're doing or whatever. But sometimes it comes to the point where we've got to look around and see, does me being here truly matter? And if I left tomorrow, would it make a difference to others, right? Hello, April, my favorite birds. Yes, mine too. My Hummers are listen, Teresa has heard me talk about these Hummers all summer to the point where she ended up getting a hummingbird feeder, and now she's enjoying them. So yes, I love them. Hello, Susan. Glad to see you here. So sometimes we have to make a hard decision. Are we where we feel like we matter? And so many things that we do, so many titles, whether it is put upon us or we choose them, sometimes it's a thankless job. And we have to make hard decisions on whether or not we should stay there. And one of the processes to start, if you're wondering, should I move on? Should I do something different? Look around and go inward. Go inward to see, how are you feeling about it, right? Are you, and it sounds selfish, I know this sounds selfish, but are you giving more than you are receiving? There are a lot of jobs that are thankless, right? But you are receiving a benefit, whether that be fulfillment, whether that be, as a teacher, I see my kids' light bulbs come on, right? So I may have had a hard day with admin, but when I see my kids learn something new, or I say kids, they're college age, but to me they're kids. When I see their light bulbs come on, they can see something differently that they didn't know before, that brings me joy, right? And so, does my presence matter? Yeah, I think it does matter. In the scheme of the world, I think it does matter that I am there. But there are some jobs, I'm talking about jobs specifically, but you could put in numerous things, right? Relationships, friendships, whatever the case may be, that you are giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. And it's you're bogged down, you're overwhelmed, you're stressed, you're full of anxiety. And what they're taking from you, whether it be time, money, emotions, mental, whatever, is outweighing the benefits. And not just to you, but you feeling like you matter. As a human being, we want to feel like we matter, right? We want to feel like we matter to our spouse, to our kids, to our parents, to our grandparents, to friends, whomever. But if you're not getting that back, then we need to think about where we are, and is it something that I'm contributing to, right? I know as a manager, because I coordinate a program, and I have great people working with me, but I know I am not good at giving compliments. I know that. As a manager, I know that. And I tell the people that work with me that up front. I'm not that encouraging, cheerleader, positive thing at work. I'm just not. I don't know why. That's just my personality. I will appreciate the heck out of them to other people. I will appreciate the heck out of them and back them with students. But when it comes to me telling them they did a good job, it's hard for me. And I've had to work on it, right? We want people to say that to us as well. So I've had to learn and get myself out of my own comfort zone. Did y'all see my Hummer? He's flying back here. They're over here. My feeders are over here if this is your first time with me. So we got to decide, what we are willing. And it's scary. Change is scary. And if we need to step out of something, it's scary to make that first step. And I understand that. But think about where your presence matters and put yourself into those spaces, whether that's a job or relationship or whatever. And if you can't get out, and I know not everybody can get out of a job or a relationship. I get that. I do. If you can, then make steps to do that. But, look at where you are and if you are in a position where you do feel like you matter, appreciate the heck out of that. Man, appreciate the heck out of that. Because there are so many people in jobs right now. I'm talking about jobs, but in any situation that are not happy. So if you're in a place where you are appreciated and your presence matters, be thankful and grateful for that. Definitely be thankful and grateful for that. So all of you know that I love to journal, and every day at night I have a gratitude practice. I ask myself to write down 5 things that I'm thankful or grateful for. And I encourage you to do that, because when we start being thankful and grateful for what we have and where we are and where we matter, that's just going to grow, right? I think about the plants, or having plants, and when you talk to them, I talk to my plants. It's fine. I've accepted that little thing that I do. I talk to my plants. I name them. As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I name my plants, but I also talk to them. And the plants that I talk to and I water, they grow, right? And if I ignored them and didn't water them or didn't put them in the sun or whatever, then they're not going to do very well. So I choose at the end of every day to focus on the things that I'm thankful and grateful for, and know that the more I pour into that, the more that it will expand, right? Because if I only focused on the negative, then that's what's going to grow, and we don't want that. We want the positive to grow, right? So I invite you at the end of every day. It does not take long. You can just even type it in your phone in the notes if you want to. If you don't really want to journal and write everything out, write down just 5 things. And some days are hard. Some days are hard, right? It could be I woke up, I took a shower, I got some food in my belly. That may be all you got that day, and that's great. And it could be big things too, right? So whatever, 5 things, just write it down, put a date on it, move on. And what I like to do is to go back and say, what was I thankful for on this date in, let's see, 2013. So 10 years ago, what was I thankful for on this day 10 years ago? And I love looking back at those and seeing what I was thankful for then. So I invite you to try that out. Okay. That's all I have for tonight. I'm not up to pulling cards tonight. Usually, guys, I pull little angel cards. I brought them out here, but my voice is already starting to go in the few minutes that I've been on here. So I don't want them to go out. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday and the rest of your week. I hope to be feeling better and to be able to do a live on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So, and Saturdays we talk about anything and everything. We've talked about everything from natural deodorant to, I don't know what else. We've obviously talked about the hummingbirds, but all kinds of stuff. So we never know what we're going to get. And usually I end with some type of short meditation. So if you are interested, that is Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And of course, a plane it looks like a military plane from Fort Knox to Fort Campbell. They fly over. They must be doing some training because they've had a lot of helicopters and a lot of planes the last few days. So they're just flying over now. My Monday lives are usually about the Monday mantra, but since I was under the weather and still a little under the weather, I postponed until tonight. Also, and I will post it in here, I have a new free journaling checklist. If you are wanting to learn how to journal, it's called guided journaling, and what you'll get in that is a free checklist to start your journaling, and then you will receive a meditation to do your first journaling. So if you were interested in that, when we get off here, I'll plug it into the comments, and it's just a few emails that you'll get over a couple of days. The journaling checklist with the guided meditation, and then a couple of days later you'll get another guided meditation. So if you're interested in that, feel free to I'll put the link down there and you can sign up for it. Okay, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and stay healthy because being sick is yuck. So have a good rest of your week.